Today I want to talk about how to get some things in your life. How to make some things happen. There's a statement that one man made, and it was that faith or belief must have corresponding action. You must put some steps behind your faith. You must put some steps behind your desires if you're ever going to get anything out of life. This story was told by Joel Osteen. He talked about his mom, and I will butcher the story as I always do and make it my own. And the story's about his mom wanted a swimming pool, but his dad said no way. So she goes to her husband, I want a swimming pool. The husband says, no, you cannot have the swimming pool. We're never going to use it. It doesn't make any sense. It costs too much. We really don't need a swimming pool. Well, his mom thought otherwise. So what she did is every time her and her husband would go out and look out over the yard and sit down and relax and enjoy the sun, she would say, boy, it sure would be nice to have a swimming pool out here. And one day I'm going to have it. He kept on saying, no way. Well, a year passed, and now she's got the tape measure out, and she's plotting out the land for the swimming pool. She's, got it all measured out. She's got it all figured out where it's going to sit. And she puts, some stakes down and some caution tape around it. And she's like, this is where my swimming pool is going to be. And she was, looking at catalogs, showing her husband, this is the kind of swimming pool I want. This is where it's going to be. And he kept on saying, no, there's just no way. We can't afford it. It costs too much money. We're never going to use it. It's just a big waste. Why bother? But I want a swimming pool. Well, another year goes by and she's still talking about it. She's been flipping through magazines. She's been putting up pictures of swimming pools on her mirrors and all this kind of stuff. And she's letting him know she wants this swimming pool. And she's saving up money for it, and she's doing everything it takes to get a swimming pool. And finally the husband says, okay, we will have a swimming pool. And they build a swimming pool, the one that she wants. That's called persistence. Now, I have a master's degree. It took me over 10 years to get my master's degree. What other people would take 5 or 6 years to do, it took me a total of 10 years to get mine. I was working full-time. I was going to school full-time. Sometimes I didn't go to school. Sometimes I went to school full-time. I worked midnights. I worked days. Sometimes I worked 2 jobs. I did everything it took to get my master's degree. In that period of time, I also got married. We had a child, bought a house. It can be done. But it takes persistence. Tony Robbins once said, never leave the scene of a decision without massive action. If you really want anything out of life, you have got to take massive action. Your faith, your beliefs, your desires must have corresponding actions. If you want another job, you got to put out resumes. You got to make your resume the best you can make it, and you got to put out resumes. If you want to lose weight, you got to change your diet and start exercising. If you want a better relationship, you got to work on yourself and change yourself, and then pray and be patient and help your husband or the other person in your life, help them change. You got to be persistent if you want anything out of life. If you want your children to grow up and be well educated and be mature and whatever you want them to be, you got to help them do that. You got to be persistent. Never leave the scene of a decision without massive action. And as I said before, you got to figure out the what. You got to make the what as big and as bright and as glorious as you can make it. You got to make that what so clear-cut in your mind that you can describe it in absolute detail. And then you got to figure out the why, the desire. Why do you want it? You got to know why you want it. It's got to be a burning desire within you. It's got to be something that you cannot live without. And if you get those 2 things right, I'm telling you right now, if you get those 2 things right, the how will reveal itself to you. And the actions that you need to get to that what will be clearly laid out for you. Thank you so much for listening. May God bless you. I hope you got something out of it, and may you have a great day.